Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel Pope, and I am here to talk to you about how our SkinPick program works. This webinar will take about 20 minutes. There will be a Q&A at the end, so you can type in your questions during the presentation, and I'll answer them at the end. But I'm here to discuss how our program works. I'm a part of the marketing team at SkinPick, and I have trichotillomania myself. So I'm very aware of what a person with a body focused repetitive behavior looks like and deals with on an everyday basis. So let's get started. Okay, so the structure of the program, it's a two-stage structure. It is structured and customized. You will have regular communication with your therapist. The two-stage structure, one stage of it is that it is structured and deals with the picking and the urge. And then the second part is explores what the causes are that causes the skin picking. You'll have regular communication with your therapist. You will have the possibility of adjusting the content to suit your specific needs. Our personal program is 15 and up. And then we have a program for parents, which is 14 and below. In cases where a child is registered and their parent wants to register as well, we can have the child register under a personal program and the parent can register under the parents program. In this case, we make sure that they are assigned to the same therapist, and the parent will get a 50% discount on the parent's account. But to see if that option is right for you, you can just reach out to our customer service. So the main session structure, the session text introduces basic concepts and provides relevant information about the different aspects of skin picking. That is mainly just learning all the information you can about skin picking and how to be aware of your symptoms, how to be aware of your setting, how to be aware of the disorder itself is amplified in this part because you are learning so much more about the disorder, and that is so helpful. I cannot stress enough how helpful that is. The worksheets are the questions that will help you process session material and provide starting points for your correspondent with your therapist. This is to help your therapist learn more about you and to go into more detail on what assignments they can assign you later on. But many people try to do the session text and the worksheets together. That can be very intense because we want you to digest all the information that you can. So many people have a tendency to rush through it. And by doing so, they don't really have enough time to try out all the techniques. So we really recommend you taking your time on the session and worksheets because that information is very important. The assignments you'll have each week, and you will have a new practical assignment that will lead to insight and change. This is something that your therapist will assign you. Some of them are predefined, some of them are going to be specific to your situation, but that will be assigned and you will be discussed. You and your therapist will discuss those assignments while you're in the worksheet section so that they can figure out what plan they want to pursue and how they figure out what's appropriate for the assignment, what assignment's appropriate for your situation, because every situation is very individual. But if you have any specific ideas or any certain topics that you want to talk about, our therapists are very open and flexible. So just tell them, and I'm sure they'll be happy to do it. So our therapist, every therapist that works with us has the knowledge and prior experience to help you with skin picking. We simply do not employ therapists that don't know how to treat body-focused repetitive behaviors. Everyone not only has knowledge, but also prior experience. We insist on them having experience because this is a specialized program and it's very specific. Communication with your therapist will be done in writing. Therapists typically respond in 24 hours on weekdays. This is going to be through Messenger and through emails, which I found very helpful because you could reread things that advice that they gave you, certain lessons they gave you. That way you can reread it instead of with a regular therapist, you might forget what they said or misconstrued words. And this way it's very easy to remember. It's nice because you could take a screenshot of it and then you could have it as your wallpaper or something like that. I did that can be very helpful. But I enjoyed the writing. The therapists, they will respond to you very quickly. Your therapist can help you customize the program to suit your needs. If you want to explore some ideas or theories, you should communicate that with your therapist. Our therapists are very open and flexible with that. Like I said earlier, every therapist that we have all mastered CBT based techniques that we use in the program, but they bring a specific everyone brings something very special to the table based off their experience. So theory and techniques, we use evidence-based techniques because that gives us a program that works well for most people, but we are willing to explore more than that if a specific client wants to. If you want to learn more about HRT and ACT, we have dedicated webinars to those, but we'll discuss those more through this presentation. The first part of the program is based on HRT, which is habit reversal training. And the second part of the program is based on ACT, which is acceptance and commitment therapy. You can add more techniques and theoretical perspectives through conversations with your therapist. So the HRT is the first one we're going to talk about. It is the habit reversal training. Habit reversal training is a behavioral treatment designed to address a wide variety of repetitive behaviors, including skin picking, hair pulling, nail biting, thumb sucking, tics, etc. It is based on building awareness of picking and identifying triggers and finding replacement for those habits. Studies show us that it works in reducing the behavior itself, but as a mere behavioral treatment, it's only the start of our journey. Building awareness is a key part, even though most people try to skip it. So we encourage you not to do that because it helps you know in advance how to curb your instincts. So the next one we're going to talk about is ACT, which is acceptance and commitment therapy. It was developed by Stephen C. Hayes in 1982. It is a form of third wave CBT that emphasizes acceptance, values, and mindfulness. In HRT, we dealt with the behavior, and here we will learn how to deal with the urge and all the difficult emotions that can lead to picking. In ACT, it can be considered a step up, the next stage from where we go up into the causal chain of treatment. Our core concept for the acceptance and commitment therapy is experiential avoidance. Experiential avoidance is a kind of defense mechanism, a group of behaviors that include body-focused repetitive behaviors that help us cope with intense experiences by channeling the energy of an emotion into picking or pulling without actually having to reflect on that emotion or process it. Experiential avoidance is best seen when people say they're feeling perfectly calm, but still pick or pull. This is evidence of what an effective but unhealthy strategy it is. I'm sure many of you have dealt with that situation. I can definitely say I have many of times. So the customized part, after you complete the structured program, you continue with the customized part that allows you to explore those aspects of skin picking that are relevant to you. They allow you to go deeper and further explore the causes of skin picking, as well as to develop more advanced coping strategies. The pace of the program is also customizable at this point. This is really different for every person, depending on the experiences they've had in their life, and that's what makes them different. So the causes and meanings of a body focused repetitive behavior for them is highly individual. This is considered the third level or the next step in our train of treatment. So first we dealt with the HRT, which is the habit reversal training. And then first we dealt with the behavior, which is the HRT. Then the urges, thoughts, and emotions, which is the ACT. And now this is the part where we are learning about what caused this whole thing. We have seen in many ways and in many patients and many clients and in studies that have shown when you deal with this thing that you're going through when you do the experiential avoidance, whatever you are doing to avoid that, like picking or pulling, the symptoms will reduce because you're not going into that state as often, or you're more aware. And from my experience, I can't put into words how much that has helped me. I definitely was doing that in my own way, and it helped so much after dealing with what I was refusing to process. It helped me so much to move forward into it. Also allowed me to be more aware and more alert while I was doing the disassociating thing that is pretty common for skin picking and hair pulling. So will it work? After 3 weeks, 80% of our clients experience symptom reduction. Within 3 months, clients experience a 46% reduction in symptom intensity, and 91% of clients who finish the main module of the program recommend it to others. We do want to say that this information is not based on all our clients. It is only based on the ones who completed the entire program. So the fun part, I'm just kidding, but the payment, it is going to be a subscription-based program. The monthly price is going to be $260 every 4 weeks. Even though the price may seem high, you will have daily communication with your therapist and someone who is guaranteed to know how to deal with dermatillomania and skin picking, which is very hard to find in just a regular therapist. Also, the price is less than 2 average live sessions, which can get up to $600 a month. It's a subscription based, and then it renews until cancellation. And I forgot to mention earlier, but there will be a promo code at the end of this presentation. So I encourage you to write that down, and it will be for $100 off your first month. So our free resources, we have free resources for members, non-members. We encourage everyone to use them. But we have a self-monitoring app, which helps you keep track of the intensity of the urges, when the urges are happening, the setting of the urges, and that helps you and your therapist figure out what exactly might be the reason or the cause of this. It can help you be aware of your symptoms, and that way, if you find yourself in that setting near that person or during that time, you're more aware that you're more likely to pick or pull during this moment. So we might want to change it. It's something that I didn't realize I was picking and pulling around the same time or around the same people or around the same setting. And this app allows you to keep track of the picking and allows you to keep track of the intensity of the pulling, and you can put in notes for your entries, and it's very, very helpful. It usually will send you an alert at a certain time, and my app will send it to me at around 9 p.m. So at the end of the day, but in your settings, you can adjust that to whatever time you need. But it's not like it'll send you an alert, and that way it's easy to remember to put in your data. We also have monthly webinars. You're attending one right now, but we have another one each month, and it's usually a discussion or a topic, or we'll have a doctor speak, or we'll have an interview. It's usually just based on the month, but one of our webinars each month is more how our program works, and then the other part is just new information to help you be more aware and to learn more things about the disorder that can help you later on. Or many of our patients' family members have said those are helpful because there's only so much that you can do to explain to them what you're dealing with. So hearing it from another person or hearing it from someone who has seen it as a doctor or a therapist, it is very helpful in that sense. We have support groups. Those are on Zoom. Those are members only support groups, but those are great. They're on Zoom, so you will see each other on there. You have to have your camera on because it's a little awkward with the camera not on and everyone's just, if a few people have it on, a few people don't have it on. We encourage everyone to do that. All ages are welcome in the support group. Those are a few times a week. We change the time up so that everyone from all over the world can join. And then they usually last around an hour, and we'll send you texts saying like, thank you for attending, or we encourage you to sign up for them. We encourage you to sign up for those support groups as soon as possible because they do fill up pretty fast, and we only allow a certain amount in there at a time because it just becomes chaotic with that many people, because we want everyone to introduce themselves when they first join. And there's been many amazing moments in those support groups that I'll never forget. So I highly encourage you to go to those if you can. And here the next is the SkinPick.com Facebook group. That is a great resource to ask questions, to post encouraging content, to post a product that you use that works great. It's a great place to get advice. Parents, I encourage you to join that as well, to see that you aren't alone. There are many, many people who deal with this on a day-to-day basis, and it can feel isolating at times, and it's a great place to get advice. It's a great place to talk to others or just to rant. We have a part of the page where you just post things like pictures or articles, and then we have a general chat where you can talk like Facebook Messenger, and both are open, but highly encourage you to join in on those. So here's our contact, and that is our customer service email, the support@skinpick.com. Our clinical lead right now is Vladimir at SkinPick.com. So if you have any questions about like medication or supplements or anything that I can't answer because I am in marketing, I'm not a doctor. So if there's any questions that are specific, you're more than welcome to email him. But here's the promo code. I encourage you to write that down. It's $100 off your first month. And the pictures above are what the app looks like and how you use it. But if anyone has any questions, you're more than welcome to type them into the Q&A, and I will answer them right now. All right, it doesn't look like there are any questions, so I just want to thank everyone for attending, and I hope you all have a great day. Oh wait, actually, there's one question. One question says, is it harder to recover from an older patient? I would not say so. We have members of all ages in the support groups. Everyone is of different ages, and yes, it's a habit that you might have had longer, but I wouldn't say it's harder. It's just it may be a little bit more difficult to break that habit, but it's so rewarding at the end. So but we have patients of all ages, and we definitely have many people who have been doing this for 30 to 20 to 40 years, and our treatment works the same for all of them. So I think like there weren't these kind of resources a long time ago. So yes, it might have been like it took longer to find those resources, but we would be happy for you to join and to start treatment anytime. It's never too late to start treatment and to get help. All right. I want to thank everyone for coming, and I hope you all have an amazing day. All right. Bye bye.